In the bustling city of Basra, within the Abbasid Caliphate, a brilliant mind was born in the year 965 AD. His name was Abu Ali al-Hasan Ibn al-Hasan Ibn al Haytham, a name that would echo through the corridors of science for centuries. He grew up in a time of immense intellectual fervor, where scholars from across the Islamic world gathered to share and expand upon human knowledge. From a young age, Ibn al Haytham displayed a profound curiosity and a sharp intellect, quickly mastering a wide range of subjects. His early education was comprehensive, covering everything from mathematics and physics to theology and philosophy. He was particularly drawn to the works of the ancient Greek thinkers, studying their theories with a critical and inquisitive eye. However, he was not content to simply accept their conclusions without question. A deep-seated skepticism drove him to seek empirical evidence for every claim. This relentless pursuit of truth would become the hallmark of his scientific career. He began his professional life as a civil servant in Basra, but his heart was not in administrative work. He yearned for a life dedicated to scientific inquiry and the unraveling of nature's mysteries. His reputation as a brilliant scholar soon reached the ears of the Fatimid Caliph al-Hakim in Cairo. The Caliph, a controversial and eccentric ruler, was intrigued by Ibn al Haytham's reported genius. He summoned the scholar to Egypt with a monumental task: to devise a method for controlling the annual flooding of the Nile River. Ibn al Haytham, confident in his abilities, traveled to Egypt around the year 1000 AD, proposed the construction of a dam at a site near Aswan, in the southern part of the country. However, upon inspecting the location firsthand, he realized the project was far beyond the engineering capabilities of his time. The scale of the river and the landscape presented insurmountable challenges. Fearing the wrath of the unpredictable Caliph for his failure, Ibn al Haytham made a desperate decision. He feigned madness to escape punishment, a risky gamble that ultimately saved his life. The Caliph, convinced of his insanity, placed him under house arrest. This period of confinement, which lasted for over a decade, proved to be a blessing in disguise for science. Stripped of his public duties and confined to his home, Ibn al Haytham dedicated himself entirely to his research. It was during this time of intense intellectual activity that he produced his most groundbreaking work, the Kitab al-Manazir, or Book of Optics. This monumental 7-volume treatise, written between 1011 and 21 AD, would revolutionize the understanding of light and vision. In the Book of Optics, Ibn al Haytham systematically dismantled the prevailing theories of vision. For centuries, thinkers like Euclid and Ptolemy had promoted the extramission theory, which posited that the eyes emitted rays to perceive objects. Ibn al Haytham, through a series of ingenious experiments, demonstrated that this was incorrect. He argued for the intromission theory, the idea that vision occurs when light from external sources enters the eye. One of his most famous experiments involved the use of a camera obscura, a dark chamber with a small aperture. He observed that light traveled in straight lines, projecting an inverted image of the outside world onto the opposite wall. This simple yet elegant demonstration provided compelling evidence for his theory of intromission. He meticulously documented his experiments, describing his apparatus, procedures, and results in great detail. This systematic approach to experimentation was a radical departure from the more philosophical and less empirical methods of his predecessors. He insisted that scientific claims must be supported by evidence, and that experiments should be repeatable by others to verify their results. This rigorous methodology laid the foundation for what we now call the scientific method. Ibn al Haytham's work was not limited to the nature of vision. He also investigated the properties of light itself, studying reflection, refraction, and the dispersion of light into its constituent colors. He correctly deduced that light travels at a finite, albeit very high, speed. He conducted experiments with lenses and mirrors, laying the groundwork for the development of telescopes and microscopes centuries later. His anatomical studies of the eye were remarkably accurate for his time. He described the functions of the cornea, lens, and retina, providing a detailed model of how the eye forms an image. He also explored the psychology of perception, investigating how the brain interprets visual information. He recognized that perception is not merely a passive process, but an active one, influenced by experience and judgment. After the death of Caliph al-Hakim in 1021 AD, Ibn al Haytham was released from house arrest. He spent the remaining years of his life in Cairo, teaching, writing, and continuing his scientific research. He wrote over 200 books on a wide range of subjects, although only a fraction of them have survived. His Book of Optics was translated into Latin in the 12th century, where it had a profound impact on European science. Scholars like Roger Bacon, Leonardo da Vinci, and Johannes Kepler were all influenced by his work. Kepler, in particular, built upon Ibn al Haytham's model of the eye to develop his own theory of retinal imaging. The influence of the Book of Optics can be seen in the works of many of the great figures of the scientific revolution. Isaac Newton's own groundbreaking work on optics was, in part, a continuation of the research program initiated by Ibn al Haytham centuries earlier. Today, Ibn al Haytham is widely recognized as one of the most important scientists in history. He is often called the father of modern optics for his revolutionary contributions to the field. But his legacy extends far beyond optics. His emphasis on empirical evidence and systematic experimentation earns him the title of the father of the scientific method. He transformed science from a discipline based on speculation and authority to one grounded in observation and proof. His life and work serve as a powerful testament to the enduring power of human curiosity and the relentless pursuit of knowledge. He showed that even in the face of adversity, the scientific spirit can flourish. His story is a reminder that the foundations of modern science were laid by a diverse array of thinkers from across the globe. The light of his intellect, first ignited in 10th century Basra, continues to illuminate our understanding of the universe. His contributions were a pivotal moment in the history of science. He challenged ancient authorities and established a new paradigm for scientific inquiry. His work on optics was not just about light, but about a new way of seeing the world. He demonstrated that the universe was not a place of mystery to be explained by authority, but a place of wonder to be explored through reason and experiment. He was a true pioneer, a man who dared to question, to experiment, and to see the world in a new light. His legacy is not just in his books, but in the very fabric of modern science. Every time a scientist conducts an experiment, they are following in the footsteps of Ibn al Haytham. Every time we look through a telescope or a microscope, we are benefiting from his insights. He was a giant of the Islamic Golden Age, a period of extraordinary scientific and cultural achievement. His work was a bridge between the ancient world and the modern, a vital link in the chain of human knowledge. He was a man of immense intellect, but also of great courage and integrity. He risked his life to stay true to his scientific principles. His story is an inspiration to all who seek to understand the world around them. He taught us that the path to knowledge is not through blind faith, but through critical inquiry. He showed us that the universe is a book waiting to be read, and that the language of that book is mathematics and experiment. His name may not be as well known as Newton or Galileo, but his contribution to science is no less profound. He was a true revolutionary, a man who changed the way we see the world. His work is a testament to the power of the human mind to unravel the secrets of nature. He was a beacon of reason in a world often shrouded in darkness. legacy is a reminder that the pursuit of knowledge is a noble and worthy endeavor. He was a true son of the Islamic Golden Age, a testament to its intellectual vibrancy. His work continues to inspire scientists and thinkers to this day. He was a man who saw further than others because he stood on the shoulders of no one. He built his own foundations, brick by experimental brick. His Book of Optics is more than just a scientific text. It is a manifesto for a new way of knowing. He argued that the seeker of truth should not trust in the writings of the ancients. Instead, the seeker must suspend judgment and question everything. He must become the enemy of all that he reads. This critical stance is the very essence of the scientific mindset. He understood that knowledge is not static, but it is constantly evolving. He knew that today's certainties could become tomorrow's discarded theories. His humility in the face of the vastness of the unknown is a lesson for all of us. He was not afraid to admit when he was wrong, as his Nile Dam project showed. This intellectual honesty is a cornerstone of scientific integrity. He was a polymath, a man whose interests spanned a vast intellectual landscape. He wrote on astronomy, mathematics, medicine, and even music. But it was in optics that his genius shone brightest. He was a master of both theory and practice, a rare combination in any age. He was not content to simply speculate. He had to test his ideas in the real world. His experiments were models of clarity and precision. He understood the importance of controlling variables and isolating the phenomenon under investigation. He was a true experimental physicist, born centuries before the term was even invented. His work was a synthesis of the best of Greek and Islamic science. He took the geometric rigor of Euclid and combined it with the experimental spirit of his own culture. The result was a science that was both mathematically elegant and empirically grounded. He was a man of deep faith, but he did not see a conflict between religion and science. For him, studying the natural world was a way of appreciating the beauty and wisdom of the Creator. He saw the universe as a sign, a set of clues pointing to a higher reality. His work was an act of devotion, a form of worship. He was a man who lived a life of purpose and meaning, dedicated himself to the pursuit of knowledge and the betterment of humanity. His legacy is a gift to us all, a reminder of what we can achieve when we open our minds and our hearts to the wonders of the universe. He was a true luminary, a star that shone brightly in the firmament of science. His light has guided generations of scientists, and it will continue to do so for generations to come. He was a man for all time, a figure whose relevance only grows with each passing century. The story of Ibn al Haytham is the story of the birth of science itself. It is a story of courage, creativity, and the unyielding quest for truth. It is a story that deserves to be told and retold, for it is our story too. We are all the intellectual heirs of this remarkable man. His spirit lives on in every laboratory, every observatory, and every classroom where science is taught. He was the first true scientist, and for that, we owe him an immeasurable debt of gratitude. His work laid the groundwork for the modern world. Without his contributions, the scientific revolution might have taken a very different course. He was a pivotal figure, a man who stood at a crossroads in history and chose the path of reason and evidence. His choices made all the difference. He was a man who truly understood the power of an idea. He knew that a single insight, rigorously tested and verified, could change the world. And that is exactly what he did. He gave us a new way of seeing, not just with our eyes, but with our minds. He taught us how to question, how to investigate, and how to know. He was the father of the scientific method, and the architect of our modern understanding of the world. His influence is all around us, in the technology we use, the medicine we take, and the knowledge we possess. He was a man who saw the future, and then he built it. His legacy is a challenge to us all, to continue the quest for knowledge, to question our assumptions, and to never stop exploring the wonders of the universe. He was a man of the past, but his message is for all time. The world is a complex and beautiful place, and it is our privilege and our duty to understand it. That is the enduring lesson of Ibn al Haytham, the father of science. He was a true visionary. He was a man who saw the world not as it was, but as it could be understood. He was a beacon of light in the so-called Dark Ages. He was a testament to the fact that the flame of knowledge can never be extinguished. He was a true giant of intellectual history. His work is a cornerstone of our civilization. He was a man who changed the world with the power of his mind. He was a true hero of science. He was a man who dared to look at the sun and not be blinded. He was a man who taught us how to see. He was a man who gave us the gift of science. He was a man who will never be forgotten. He was a man who truly made a difference. He was a man who inspires us still. He was a man who showed us the way. He was a man who was ahead of his time. He was a man who saw the light. He was a man who changed everything.